Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. Today's video is a little bit different than normal. We are going to talk a little bit about self-love. And to talk about self-love, we're going to probably touch slightly on mental health. Okay? I don't want to trigger anybody. I don't want to cause any problems with anybody. So if at any time you don't feel safe watching this video, then you should switch it off immediately. This video is not intended for anybody under 18. I have to say that right away. When I talk about self-love and self-care, it's not taking care of all this. This is your body. Yes, it's important to take care of your body. But your body is a shell. It is not who you are, what you are. Your job is not what you are. Your labels, I'm a mom, I'm a psychiatrist, I'm this and that. That's not who you are. Who you are is that inner being, that spirit, that soul, that I call mine lady because my name means lady. That inner light within your being, very being. And that's what we need to take care of. That's the self-love. That's the self-care. And the journey that I've been on to accept myself, to be able to show you all this. I was diagnosed with an eating disorder when I was 19. I weighed 110 pounds. I stand 5'11". At the time I had cancer, and I couldn't keep anything down, including water. I had a very, very hard time keeping anything down, and I went from 110 to 196 pounds. They diagnosed me with an eating disorder. I don't know that I had an eating disorder, but I came to hate food because everything would just come back up. I feel my best when I am very thin, extremely thin, probably too thin for my own good. So why do I look like this now? I've had 27 pregnancies. I technically had 4 live births. One of my babies only lived 2 hours. Had all my babies lasted or ended up surviving, I would have had 36 children. But we will talk about that another time when I tell you about my tattoo. That's not for today. But I have to give you a little bit of background so that you understand the journey and why I'm talking to you today about self-love. Because you can't love another until you love yourself. You really can't. And it's been a real struggle for me. First, understanding what love is and what it means to love another. Because my past was very traumatic and love was not shown in the proper ways. So, the journey to being able to know what love was huge. To first understand what is love. And that took me a long, long time. But then, once I understood what love was, And I've always been a weird type of person because I can feel and connect with people, and I don't have to be in person standing next to that person. I can feel and care for a person very, very deeply and connect to a person very, very deeply without just hearing a person, seeing a person. It's hard to explain, and I tried to explain to my husband the reason why I don't like to live in cities. It's because people walk by your house, and I can feel them. I can feel their anxious, their joy, their pain, their everything. I can feel that come off of them, and it hurts me because I love everybody. I love everybody really, really, really deeply, and I've always felt like really deeply for others, but not for myself. I hated myself, and I don't use that word lightly because hate is not something that is part of my personality. A part of that inner being of me is that there's no hate. It's all love. But I lost that inner part of me, that core, that spirit, that soul, that being within me. I lost track of them. And, sorry, try not to be emotional. Try not to be emotional. Because I really want you guys to get where I'm going with this. But I lost track of it. And so I came to hate myself. And hate who I was. Now I have a thyroid problem. Took my weight up to 360. At the same time that happened, I was under a lot of stress. My husband had been in an accident. And we didn't know whether he was going to live or die. I had broken my hip. I had a lot of physical problems at the time. My thyroid overreacted, took me up to 360. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm down to 225. In the last 6 years, I've lost a lot of weight. But I will never, ever be at the weight that I want to be at. I'm 53 years old. My preferred weight for myself. Not what's best for me, but what I, in my head, in my heart, want to be at is 135 pounds. That's where I really, really, really want to be at. And that causes real big problems because that's not the proper weight for my body structure. I am very big bone. I am very tall. And I'm an older person. I shouldn't be at 135 pounds. But in my head, that's where I want to be because at 110 to 135 pounds, that was where I felt the best in my life. But when I connected with that being inside of me, the lady, my light, I began to be able to accept the fact that this is not who I am. This tooth missing, ugly stuff, this thinning hair, big pored fat person is not who I am. My inner being is who I am. So I want to talk to you today about finding that inner being, taking care of that inner being, and loving yourself, that inner being, that part of you that is beautiful, is gorgeous, is worthy, it is lovable, it is special, and it doesn't matter what any of this is. None of that matters. It's what's in here. It's the deepest part of you that is what's important. And taking care of that is what's important. So how do we take care of that? Yes, we have to take care of this too, to take care of that, but that's just the shallow, that's just the surface. How do we take care of that deep inner being of ourselves? First, we have to give ourselves time every morning, in the beginning of the morning, to assess ourselves. Where are we in that day? In that moment when we wake up, that first 5 minutes that you wake up, give yourself that extra 5 minutes to lay there and really assess yourself and really ask yourself, how do I feel today? What is today like? Am I proud of myself? Most days, with my physical handicaps and my disabilities, my brain naturally wants to say, no, I'm not proud of myself. I didn't get what I wanted to get done yesterday done. I didn't move forward. I didn't do all of this and that and everything else. But push all that aside and say, what did I accomplish? What did I accomplish? I got up. I went and sat in the sunshine for 15 minutes. Another very important thing to do every day. Get your vitamin D. Go out in the sunshine. I'm allergic to the sun, and so I can't take more than 15 minutes. But be out in the sun. Get that vitamin D inside of you, because it brings your happiness and brings you joy and lifts your spirit by getting that. It makes you be able to focus more. So, yeah, yesterday I went out. I got that vitamin C I needed. I took care of myself. I was able to do Happy Meal packages. I was able to craft. I went out and worked in the yard and started cleaning up the garden for the garden space. I was able to do these small things. Yes, was I in a lot of pain at the end of the day? Yes, I was. But you know what? It was worth it. It was worth every second of it. Because when I woke up this morning and I was assessing myself, I was proud of myself. I didn't sit in a wheelchair. I did not use my wheelchair at all. I haven't used my wheelchair hardly at all for 6 years, other than to use it like a walker to walk with. I have not spent a full day in my wheelchair in over 6 years. I'm supposed to. They told me that by the time I was 40 that I would be so crippled that I'd have to use a wheelchair 24/7. When I broke my hip, they even reconfirmed that I would never walk again. When we moved out here, I made up my mind that no matter what the pain was or what it was, I was going to stay out of my wheelchair. And I have for 6 years. So, yes, I can be proud of myself. I can assess myself each morning and be proud of myself. I stood on my own 2 feet. I moved of my own accord. I did not have to use devices. Then, of course, we have our normal routines and our normal chores to do. And I say make a morning routine. Make a routine of these are the things that I'm going to do every single day. Mine take me about an hour. And the reason why they take me so long, which they shouldn't, they should only take about 15 minutes, but they take me a longer time because of the pain, because of the procrastination. Is the truth. Truth is the truth. But, set a morning routine. These are the things that I need to do each day. And mine are pretty simple. They're really simple, and each person's is going to be different. Maybe you have to get up and shower every morning and put makeup on every morning and do your hair every morning. I don't have to do that. I do those things on occasions, but I really wear my hair in a bun most of the time. One, it's super, super thin and it falls out by handfuls, and it's super long. And if I work outside in the barn at all, it just gets dusty and dirty and hay and everything gets in it. So I wear this long mass of hair in a bun most of the time. And the reason being is, like I said, is to stay clean and keep it from getting tangled as much and falling out as much. That's the truth of the matter. That's the reason why I wear a bun most of the time. But on special occasions, I'll take it down and I'll curl it and brush it out and wear it down and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't do that every day. Some days I can't hold my hands or arms up high enough to be able to even do all of that. So, first of all, just your morning routine is going to be your morning routine. And it's going to take you the amount of time that it takes you. Some people, I have friends who have fibromyalgia. Some mornings getting out of bed in and of itself is more than what they can handle. Maybe that's their morning routine, and maybe it takes them a half an hour to get out of bed. But they did it. They get out of bed every morning. But it takes them more. For another person who is more active and more able to do things, it's not going to take them as much time or as much energy, But set a morning routine. At the end of that morning routine, to me, that includes chores and things like that. So my morning routine takes me a little bit longer. But at the end of it, my reward is 15 minutes of me time. 15 minutes. And my children are raised, so sometimes I get more than 15 minutes. But it's 15 minutes of me time. And usually I take 5 of those 15 minutes in the sunshine. And then I might journal, I might craft, it's whatever lifts my spirit. I might make a Happy Meal packages, whatever. But be sure to take it. And you know what? I take the 5 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes 3 times throughout the day. And each one of those 15 minutes is different. But it gives me time to focus on that inner being. Focus on what's going to make that inner being grow and be bigger and be more and be fuller and be happier. Because of the depression and the other mental problems I have, I don't want to lose sight of that inner being again. I have a blog, and I know this video is starting to get long. I have a blog at bttrflysprit.wordpress.com. And it's my story of reinventing from when I found myself in the darkest place I'd ever been in my life. and growing. And you're welcome to go read it. I am not writing on that blog anymore. But I want to encourage you here on this Valentine's Day to find who you are. Remember, it has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with the labels that people put on you. It has nothing to do with what you do. Get in touch with this inner being and learn ways of making and loving that part of you inside. Each one of you have it. Each one of you are so special. And if nothing else on this Valentine's Day, know you are lovable. You are worthy. You are gorgeous and beautiful and magnificent. And you mean the world to me. Thank you for watching me chit chat and say happy Valentine's to each and every one of you. I love you. Bye-bye.